Hi.
Hi, we're back.
We're back with Chapter 5 of The Adventures of Captain Underpants by Dave Pilkey.
Are you going to start this one?
Okay.
What's it called?
It's called One Day, Very, Very Soon. Remember when I said that George and Harold's silly streak got them into big trouble once? Well, this is the story of how that happened. And how some huge pranks and a little blackmail turned their principal into the coolest superhero of all time. It was the day of the big football game between the Horwitz Knuckleheads and the Steubenville Stinkbugs. The bleachers were filled with fans.
And George and Harold are standing by the sign that says, "See our big football game today." The cheerleaders ran onto the field and shook their pom-poms over their heads. A fine black dust drifted out of their pom-poms and settled around them. "Give me a K!" shouted the cheerleaders.
K!
Repeated the fans. "Give me an N!" shouted the cheerleaders.
N!
Repeated the fans. "Give me an sneezed the cheerleaders.
Chew!
Repeated the fans. There they are, shaking their pom-poms with black dust coming out of them.
The cheerleaders sneezed and sneezed and sneezed some more. They couldn't stop sneezing. "Hey!" shouted a fan in the bleachers. "Somebody sprinkled black pepper into the cheerleaders' pom-poms." "I wonder who did that?" asked another fan. I wonder indeed.
The cheerleaders stumbled off the field, sneezing and dripping with mucus, as the marching band members took their places. But when the band began to play, steady streams of bubbles began blowing out of their instruments. Bubbles were everywhere! Up and down the field, the marching band slipped and slid, leaving a thick trail of wet, bubbly foam behind them. "Hey!" shouted a fan in the bleachers. "Somebody poured bubble bath into the marching band's instruments." "I wonder who did that?" asked another fan. Here's what it looks like with all the bubbles.
Soon, the football teams took the field. The Knuckleheads kicked the ball. Up, up, up went the ball. Higher and higher it went. The ball sailed into the clouds and kept right on going until nobody could see it anymore. "Hey!" shouted a fan in the bleachers. "Somebody filled the game ball with helium." "I wonder who did that?" asked another fan.
Oh, did you show them the ball going in the sky?
I didn't. They might have caught it. There's the kick and the ball going up.
Okay. But the missing ball did not make any difference at the moment. The Knuckleheads were rolling around the field, scratching and itching like crazy. "Hey!" shouted the coach. "Somebody replaced our deep-heating muscle rub lotion with Mr. Prankster's extra scratchy itchy cream." "We wonder who did that?" shouted the fans in the bleachers. Oh, they're all itchy.
The whole afternoon went on much the same way, with people shouting everything from, "Hey, somebody put sea monkeys in the lemonade," to, "Hey, somebody glued all the bathroom doors shut." Before long, most of the fans in the bleachers had gotten up and left. The big game had been forfeited, and everyone in the entire school was miserable. And it looks like they've made some adjustments to the advertisement for the game.
What does it say now?
It says, "Boy, our feet smell bad."
Ugh.
Using the same letters they had up there before.
Everyone was miserable, that is, except for two giggling boys crouching in the shadows beneath the bleachers. "Those were our best pranks yet," laughed Harold. "Yep," chuckled George. "That'll be hard to top, that's for sure." "I just hope we don't get busted for this," said Harold. "Don't worry," said George. "We covered our tracks really well. There is no way we will get busted." Look, they're hiding under the bleachers, laughing. It's the end of chapter 5.
Whoa. That's a lot of mayhem.
I know, I hope they don't get busted.
I hope they don't.
We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.